Summer 2007. Toronto hosts 2 world-class events. From around Ontario and the world, tourists flock to join gay pride celebrations. The weather is good, business is brisk, hotels brimming with guests spending welcome tourist dollars. The streets are full. OPSEU members are there. August. The Caravana Festival. Temperature hot. Amid a promenade of brightly colored floats and irrepressible rhythms, people dance in the streets. OPSEU members are there. But Black sisters and brothers experience a painful chill. They are not exactly welcomed. The lobby of their downtown hotel is stark. Newly stripped of furniture, valuables locked away. These OPSEU members are issued wristbands upon registration, lest they not be recognized as hotel guests. Tous les membres de ces groupes font face à des barrières et luttent contre la discrimination. They have chosen a difficult path to defend our human rights and fight for justice. Their fight is our fight. Their struggle makes OPSEU a stronger union. Safeguarding basic human rights has never been easy. For women, just finding a place in the labor force was one thing. Getting a decent wage for valuable work is quite another. For many equity-seeking groups, the roadblocks of discrimination are multi-layered.
A lot of Aboriginal members that are still afraid to self-declare who they are, and for us, in our culture, that's very difficult for us to function as people and as human beings if we deny our heritage. We're looking for a friendly place for Aboriginal people within OPSEU to come and be part of this circle. We're working hard to show a way to put a face on that so that they'll know that they're Aboriginals in OPSEU and that they can find a safe place to celebrate their culture.
For the Rainbow Alliance as well, the struggle to create a safe place within the workplace and society continues.
With the Rainbow Alliance, the major focus has been in creating safe space and inclusive space, and that we've focused on 4 areas, which include schools, elder care, health care, and human rights law.
Our members' activism moves from the personal to the workplace, to the broader community, to the national and international issues that are tied to our own identity. The Aboriginal Circle is also talking with OPSEU members and Children's Aid to change the current definition of family. First Nations children are often moved hundreds of miles to receive treatment or to be placed in other homes. Taken from their family caregivers, these children lose the chance to learn about and understand their culture.
We need this definition of family to change so that our aunts and our uncles, our grandmothers and grandparents in general can take care of those children on reserve, and we also need Native CAS workers that are full-time employees as opposed to contract workers.
At OPSEU, we stress that we need not just any job, but good jobs. Good jobs for all workers. Too many members of equity-seeking groups are still, today, locked into contract work or contingent work at low wages. Indeed, many OPSEU members are working more than one job to provide for their families. Workers of color and young people have typically been used as disposable labor by employers. Educating young workers about their employment rights, health and safety, and what it means to belong to a labor union is important.
The Provincial Young Workers Committee main goals are to educate, mobilize, and organize young workers within our union and within our workplaces and also outside in our communities.
OPSEU is connecting with young members, and this has been recognized. For young workers, having a voice in the labor movement is a step to economic justice and empowerment. 70% of OPSEU members are female. When an OPSEU unit is standing strong on the picket line, chances are the majority are women.
A broader objective, of course, is to encourage and engage a greater number of women in OPSEU. to become active in their union and by extension in their communities. We want to raise awareness of social and economic justice issues, and we're paying attention to things like employment equity, childcare, violence against women. A specific focus for us right now on the issue of violence against women is the decriminalization of the sex trade.
Many OPSEU members work in programs that support people with disabilities. The Ontario Disability Support Program and a variety of child treatment facilities and other agencies that provide essential human services to the most vulnerable. And so OPSEU is not only the defender of people at work, it's also the work we do. Fighting poverty, supporting people in the community, and promoting an equity agenda in many ways.
I think within the union, we have fought for education, inclusion, and accommodation, and I don't think we've been one bit shy about fighting for those activities.
Inside the union, members with disabilities lobbied successfully for an accommodation fund to ensure that all members are able to participate fully in union functions in spite of barriers.
One of the things that the Workers of Color Caucus is striving for is to try to promote more people of color in the higher levels of the union, whether it's the executive board, constitution committees, even local presidents.
It's a struggle that OPSEU supports.
One of our projects that we do at convention is called the Living Wall. That project counts the number of workers of color that attend convention. We noticed, directly that there is a drop in our participation for election years. We hope that this will increase in the upcoming years.
In 2008, many OPSEU members are concerned about bullying and harassment in the workplace.
The proudest moment for the Provincial Human Rights Committee would be the passing of the resolution on psychological harassment and bullying. With the passing of that, we now know that members and staff of OPSEU no longer have to put up with non-grounds-based harassment. Educating the members and the employers on what that is, what the responsibilities are, and ways of combating that in the workplace.
Being an equity-seeking activist in OPSEU has not always been an easy role that I've taken on. However, in saying that, my proudest moments have come out of having members express to me their pride in having their union support and actually participate in queer events in their own communities.
Each of the equity committees and caucuses is reaching out to OPSEU members in their locals and communities. Whether it's Gay Pride, the December 6th National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women, or the International Day of People with Disabilities that underscores the need for decent jobs. OPSEU members who participate in regional educationals are now invited to hear guest speakers at equity breakfasts and to participate in conferences designed to build union activism. In 2009, the union will launch its first human rights conference. It's all about building a network of activists in the workplace and greater solidarity in all our diversity. The path to equity is also the path to social justice. When racialized members of OPSEU are subjected to degrading treatment, we have a responsibility to speak out. Together, courageous union members are standing up to their employers and challenging discrimination.
If we don't start organizing now, everything that activists before us worked so hard for will get rolled back, and this generation will have to start off from scratch and fight those same fights again.
Through the determination of our members, through organizing and embracing the richness of our membership, OPSEU is waging what is truly a struggle for respect for all of us. As a union, we fight against discrimination here at home and around the world. Human rights are union rights, and the struggle continues.